What's up, guys? So yes, J-Wing here with the reviews of Failsafe and Star City 2046. So yes, guys, I wanted to review these two episodes together, mainly because, well, the one sets up the next one, and I just kind of decided to do last week's episode. But so we're gonna talk about Failsafe first, and that episode I thought was pretty good. I thought it was really cool, very fun. It was pretty much right where Blood Ties, right? No, White Knights, where White Knights left off, and that was picking up right after. Well, it's picking up right after half the team is gotten captured. You know, Heatwave, Ray Palmer, and Dr. Stein have all gotten captured, and Ray and Heatwave are put together, and Dr. Stein is being interrogated, you know, and that's going on. And then Rip and Captain Cold, and Sarah and the other half of Heatwave, I forgot his name, Jefferson, and then yeah. And then Kara, she wasn't really a big part in the episode, I'd have to say. She was a bigger part in tonight's episode instead, which was Star City 2046, I think I'm gonna say. But I thought last week's episode was really cool because it showed that Heatwave does kind of care about you know, is starting to care a little bit more. But you know, I'll talk a little bit later. But in this episode, he really does care because at the end of the episode, well, towards the end, when the team, half the team that isn't captured, comes to rescue them, and and Captain Cold's like, all right, leave Ray. You know, he's fine. Don't worry about it. And then Heatwave's like, no, we need to take him with. And you know, they do take him, and he gets in a fight. You know, trying to protect this old guy. You know, Ray does, and Heatwave's like, you are such an idiot. I don't know why you did that, because that is so dumb. You know, protect yourself. You know, and that's what these two have lived by. And I feel that Captain Cold and Heatwave, they're kind of. Captain Cold, I feel, is changing his ways a little bit more. Heatwave changed his way a little bit more in this episode. And Captain Cold, I think, he's changed it way more than Heatwave has. Because throughout this series, you know, throughout this season, and then in Flash, he has changed his ways multiple times, you know, and kind of been going in a you know, on a good guy direction. And it was very interesting to see that tonight. But, last week's episode was very fun because we actually got to see a new Heatwave, which was the chick, Dr. Stein merged with her, you know, and then Jefferson's like, no, look, you're stronger than her, you're powerful, you are the best, you are as good, you know, you are as a powerful part of Heatwave as I am. And so then he finally overpowers her, and then they join, and boom, she's dead. So yeah, that's about it for that episode I really wanted to talk about. I thought the episode was pretty good. Definitely I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. Just some things just got a little in parts, you know, it was just a little kind of meh, but I thought it was pretty good. You know, there was a lot of excellent things, a lot of good character development, because that's something that this show is doing very well with it, is developing its characters and kind of telling their story a little bit and going through kind of what kind of changes and who they kind of are, and you know, it's very interesting and very well done, I really have to say. So yes, then we move on to what happens next, which is tonight's episode, which is Star City 2046. So at the end of last week's episode, we see the crew end up in Star City 2046 because they were attacked by Kronos, and then they end up here, and then they are attacked by Connor Hawk. And so then it's the episode literally picks up right when they land on Earth, on Star City 2046, and we go through and we kind of find that Rip and Hunter, you know, they talk with Connor, and you know, the rest of the team stays back to work on the machine, while, well, Rip, Sarah, Heatwave, and Captain Cold all go on a little trip, and then the rest of them, the other four, stay on the ship and try and fix it. You know, Martin, Stein, Jefferson, and Ray, and Kara. They all stay on the ship and fix it, and there's kind of a love triangle between Ray and Jefferson and Kara, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's not like, you know, in your face, just like, here, look at this, you know, it's not like that. It's, you know, it's just kind of jokes here and there, you know. And Ray and Jefferson definitely are, you know, really aren't, they are affected, but they're not that affected, because they understand her situation, and they both give each other crap about it. And I'm sure, I don't know if they're gonna give each other crap, but I thought that this episode was really good because they gave each other, some crap right at the end. And I thought it was pretty funny because, it's kind of cool. This huge, big time traveling things going on, and then these two guys want to hook up with this chick. So, it's kind of funny. But moving on to what happened throughout the rest of the episode, we got to see Stephen Amell come back as an older Oliver, which is very, very cool because we only saw him in the first episode as a young Oliver, and we get to see him as the old Oliver, and he's missing his left arm. He got chopped off. He's got his goatee. If it would be blonde, it would just be just like the comics. And so, yeah, it was very cool to see those, Sarah have to interact with Oliver after he's like, Noah, you know what, just leave. I'm broken. You can't fix me. Just get out, And it was very just heartbreaking to see Sarah just like, because you could tell she's just like, she cares. She cares about the guy a lot. And it's just like, I'm trying to help you, and then you're trying to push me out. And it's something that's, in everyday life, and it is a big, big thing, I have to say. But, yeah, so then moving on, throughout the episode, we deal with that sort of thing. And Heatwave and Captain Cold kind of have a falling out, sort of, in a way. And I thought it's going to be interesting in next week's episode to see kind of what is going to happen. And then moving forward to more towards the end of the episode, Connor Hawk gets captured after a little skirmish with Grant Wilson, Wilson, the new Deathstroke, because he now controls the city pretty much and is the one who broke Oliver, and he is now going to execute Connor Hawk. And it was very cool to see, Deathstroke come back, even though it wasn't Slade Wilson, it was, I think, Grant Wilson, I believe it was. And I thought the character, he was very kind of intimidating, well, not, he was just like, he's not like, ooh, I'm the bad guy, I'm just gonna blah, blah, blah. He wasn't the best developed character, but, villain, but he is, he does have his moments. But then finally, at the end of the episode, Oliver comes back, saves the day, and with his new robotic left arm, I was voting with this arm, but it's his left arm, and it was very fun and very cool. And then Connor, right at the end, kills Wilson, dies, and then the team is happy, and they save the day, and everything is all hunky-dory, and everybody's happy until next week's episode. Now, next week's episode looks amazing.